What's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving. Book is entitled Lessons from a Non-Custodial Father at Amazon, Kindle, and Create Space. A link will be in the description box below as usual. This video is entitled Becoming a Man, Planting Your Flag, and Planting Your Flag. What I mean by that is this. At some point in life, when you go from boyhood to manhood, you're going to have to plant your flag and take your stand where you're at, of where you're at now and where you want to be, of who you are now and who you want to be. Your flag is your starting point. And a lot of, and your flag signifies, you making the decision that this is who you are and this is what you're going to do. And some people plant their flag earlier than others, but the thing about it is you won't, in my opinion, become a man until you make the decision to plant that flag. Because I notice people in life who they wait for the perfect time to plant their flag and go on this journey. And the perfect time never comes. So they never really take the next step. I notice people who will plant their flag and keep picking it up and keep looking for a better spot, but there's no spot is ever good enough, so they never really become a man because they keep starting from scratch. They have nothing to stand on. They can't say this is the start right here. It's always oh man, I don't like it over here. Something happened, I don't like it over here. And what that is a quitter's mentality. So you never become a man because you never stop quitting. When you think of men, great men have great titles or have titles. You see behind me, Ali. Ali planted his flag. I'm a boxer. That's what I'm gonna be. That's where everything started. He made a decision. He was gonna be a boxer. There you go. He planted his flag. He went in that direction. What is the Bible? God says, "I am that I am," but you have to speak your greatness or your destination into existence, and until you plant your flag, you'll never speak it. Because people say they're gonna be something, but you gotta walk it. See, once you plant that flag, now you gotta walk in that way, and that's the thing. A lot of people could talk it, very few could walk it. Because once you plant your flag, that means you got to take the good with the bad. Everything isn't, no matter which direction you go in, it's going to have pros and cons. And you have to be willing to take on those pros and cons. Sometimes you might plant your flag because you're sick and tired of being sick and tired. It's like, what? This is where I took my stand. This is where I'm starting. I'm going from this point on to this direction. It could be out of that. It could be out of joy where you like, oh man, I found my calling. I'm planting this flag and I'm going in my direction. Ain't no looking back. Because life is a journey. But your journey has to start somewhere. Your birthplace is where you start life. But you might not be in your birthplace when you become a man, or go in the direction of becoming a man, or plant, or make the decision like, this is who I am. Biblically speaking, you notice people would change their name. It'd be one. The name they was born with was one thing. Then they wind up getting a different name at a different time. So who are you when you plant that flag? Um, what do you want to be called by? You know, before you could become a doctor, you have to make up your mind that you're going to be a doctor. You're going to bow. I'm going to be a doctor. And this is where I'm going. Shout out O'Shea. Want to be a lawyer? You got to plant that flag. That's what I want to be. You want to be a politician? You got to plant that flag. I'm going in this direction. You want to be an athlete? Plant that flag. Entertainer? Plant that flag. This is what I'm going to do. You got to be and you have to be proud of what you're going to be. And sometimes, that flag might not be taken that seriously. Like Neil deGrasse Tyson, he wanted to be with an astronomer. People probably when he was a kid didn't really what but bam, he made his decision, and now look at him. You have to make that decision. You have to at some point say, look, this is who I am. In some degrees, your name, is what people call you, but who you are is where you planted your flag to go. His name is this, but he is that. You get what I'm saying? You pick a name, and what they chose to be comes next. This is the hard thing that a lot of children have, and a lot of bad parents, because you don't encourage you don't get your kids accustomed to planting that flag and going in the direction. It's not going to be easy. It's not going to be smooth sailing. It's going to be a bumpy road once you plant that flag. You got to be willing to accept that. You're going to have to create the peace. That story of the two guys, the one who built the house on the mountainside and the other who built the house on the beach. They both planted the flag that they was going to build houses. One had a better plan than the other. But the guy that planted his house in the sand, like they said, he was done fast. He was done just like that. But the problem was, he planted his flag on taking the easy way out. And he kept having to redo the easy way over and over again. The guy who planted his flag on the mountain was like, I'm going to build it on that mountain. He had to work his ass off. But once he was done, that was it. He put a long time of hard work into. Well, it would be a short time in a lifetime, but he put a good amount of, sweat equity in the carving his home out in that mountain, which lasted him a lifetime. And that's the thing about becoming a man is once you plant your flag, your sweat equity might be a lifelong journey. And it's not that you're just doing something you love, it's that you're becoming something that you love. And when you it's easier when you become something that you love. Because it gives you purpose. And to plant your flag, you're gonna need that. Sometimes you gotta plant your flag to find your purpose. You just gotta start. Because it's hard to become anything as a man if you're not actively becoming a man. You can't. You're gonna still have to take the bumps and the bruises of the rites of passage of boyhood to manhood. So you're gonna go through some tough times, but it's worth it. Like it's really worth it. And that's the thing that some people, when I said earlier about people always moving the flag, they keep moving for greener pastures because they can't handle the tough times. And well, how did tough times? They said tough times come, but I forgot how they said it. But basically, tough people can handle tough times. The tough times come and go. The tough people remain. You know, but other than that, man, I'm gonna get out of here. Y'all have a good night. I'm beat. I'm playing this flag on some sleep in a minute. We out.